Today's Morning Coffee Vinyl Side, Conway Twitty, Conway Twitty's Greatest Hits Volume 2, 1976. Conway Twitty started his music career in the late 50s and found some success as an Elvis sound-alike, singing rockabilly and rock and roll into the early 60s. Famous for his big bouffant of hair, Conway looked a lot like Paulie from television's The Sopranos. In the mid-60s, Conway abandoned rock and roll for country music, but it took a couple of years before he was accepted as a country artist. Success came in 1968, and by the 70s, Conway was a well-established country sentimentalist, singing about love and yearning for love, famous for his duets with the likes of Loretta Lynn. This greatest hit compilation covers the country hits he released after turning 40, and therein lies the problem. The first song on the album, You've Never Been This Far Before, is a first-person ode to a woman whose virginity is in the process of being lost, given, taken, surrendered to Conway's physical advances and dancing silver tongue. A musical version of Don't Worry, Baby, I'll Still Love You in the Morning. The 40-year-old voice singing about touching forbidden places is creeping me out. Juxtaposed with the duet Don't Cry, Joni, which tells the story of a young man who was the love object of his 15-year-old neighbor, who basically told her she was too young for him, only to return 5 years later to ask her to marry him and to find out she was already married. Makes me wonder if Conway's actually saying, get 'em young and get 'em early, when you can. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to put on some acdc or something for a bit of an ear cleanse. And now I'm suddenly hearing the voice of Brian Johnson in my head sing, Let me put my love into you, babe. And I realize that the only difference between the lyrics of a typical Conway song and most of the rock music I listened to growing up is that Conway's lyrics are easier to pick out. Oh God, what have I been listening to my whole life? Where the hell's Pearl Jam when you need them? Save me, Eddie Vedder, save me.